Hi, I'm Bopsto, the Outer Weeb,
I'm Red, the bald-headed wonder.
and we are the Anime Boys.
The anime
Hey,
boys.
boys, and
And
man,
welcome to Ode to Joy. That you just
yeah,
welcome.
man, welcome to our fourth episode on Psychopaths, and
Yeah.
oh man, I forgot about how good this little bundle of episodes is.
Oh man, these 3 episodes slapped. Even though the last one was kind of an offbeat,
Yeah,
the first 2 episodes we're gonna cover were
oh yeah,
crazy. It was really good, and it's
yeah,
gonna be
man,
it's not really a lot of information. It's just a
but.
lot of crazy feelings that we're probably fixing to discuss.
We're about to
Uh,
process all those feelings, all that
Dude,
excitement.
because it happened
Uh,
really fast. It didn't
yeah,
seem like a 30-minute episode.
it did not. If you like this video, give us a like, comment, subscribe. You're not
Yeah.
subscribed, dude. Can you believe
Dude,
this? They're not subscribed.
come on. Every second that you're not subscribed to the Anime Boys channel, your psychopath gets clouded.
Yeah, man.
And
Dude, I was about to say the exact same thing.
man, I
Hell yeah.
mean,
But yeah, dude, you better watch out because if it gets too high, you're gonna go get hauled off to fucking isolation.
yep.
That shit fucking sucks.
It really does. It really sucks. But
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
that's totally up to you. Do what you
All
do.
right, well, we enter episode 10. Akane is big sleeping until she gets a late night text from her friend Becky.
Mm.
I'm not I know she's not actually called Becky, but you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck
She's a
it.
Becky.
She's gonna be the Becky for the story,
She's gonna
definitely.
be the Becky for this
She's
story.
actually really awesome though.
Yeah, she is.
But she gets a late night email from her friend Becky. It's an email, Bopsto. Come on,
Hey, I'm sorry, man.
get your shit together.
She's like, "Hey, girl, look, I got some information, and
I
I
need
can't tell you
you.
about.
Yeah,
I can't tell you about it over text or email or phone. I need to meet you in public.
it needs
Come
to
to
be
the
a
spot."
it needs to be privately investigated, if you know what I mean, Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget. Oh man.
But no,
Uh,
she just fucking face plants the goddamn floor to answer the
fucking
text.
yeah, dude. Akane, she's just big sleep. I can understand that you're super asleep. Something wakes you up. You're still not fully awake. You just fucking face plant the floor.
Dude, she just
Fall
rolls
your
off
bed.
the goddamn bed like,
You get a little concussion. You know how it is. So
excusez-moi.
we cut to the next day. It turns out, oh no, Becky was missing.
Oh man, no, Becky's missing? No
Oh
way.
shit, man! I tried calling her. She ain't picking up. Worst of all, the spot she sent us to is fucking Detroit.
Dude, creepy old train set and all. Sheldon would not be happy.
Yeah, man. Listen, they went to the Detroit part of Japan.
Dude, and he is not lying. Like this place
It's-
was like rusted old like street signs, old like fucking deadbeat streets and sewages and
I don't even think
train
hookers make around here.
stations. It's something. It is
It is.
definitely something.
It is something.
Yeah, hookers don't even. I just caught on to that.
I don't think hookers would be in this part of town. So Kogami is like, yo, Akane, this shit's pretty sus. I'm gonna go down and investigate, make sure there's no Amogus is going on here.
Yeah, we need to split up a little bit. So I'm gonna
split up a bit.
you're gonna be my eyes, and I'm gonna be your
Give
wolf
me-
man. I'm gonna be Jacob.
Yeah, man. Give me my stun baton. I'm gonna go down. You're gonna fucking navigate for me. Sit up here.
Be the Edward to my. I mean the Bell to my.
The oh, man. I realized where you fucked up. You gotta say
Dude.
be the Edward to my Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It wasn't really a
man,
fuck up. It was meant to.
that's the fan fiction version.
Yeah.
Also, as we know, Jacob loves babies.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, man. Imprinting on that. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But
Sorry,
as
Twilight
he's
fans.
going down with his level 2 uh beat stick.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
he's
It's
gonna-
fucking sabotage.
He's talking to Akane as he's going through the tunnels, and then all of a sudden, surprise, surprise, the man loses signal, and he's walking through walls. like a maniac.
Yeah, man, he's fucking no clipping. He's random abandoned subway car, touches it. What happens? Fucking shit sends him straight to a gay bar.
Dude, it's like what
It's
happens when you try to cross a bridge in a carriage in Red Dead 1. Like,
yeah, dude. It just fucking drags your.
it yeets your fucking character across the map.
Yeah, dude.
So
Which is
that's
exactly
what happened. He just dips, and all of a sudden, he starts getting back connection with who is it?
with oh, it's Akane. She's like, oh,
Oh,
yo,
I can
man,
hear
it's
you,
a fucking.
man.
Can you hear me? It's a subway car. You get on it.
Get on that
You know,
shit, man.
Even before the reveal, the voice line sounds very weird. Even before the reveal of what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Kogami did.
Just because it's like, well, you see in the map, how can you know? How do you know it's a fucking subway line?
Right, because she was looking at the system,
Yeah.
unless
And
you know
then-
something updated as he was walking through or some shit. Which
from
who would have thought? I mean, who would have thought that? And being in Kogami's situation, he is human. Coming from his way of thinking about things, when he heard her voice, he just thought, and it was a very well made decoy of said voice.
One thing I like as well is as this train is going down, the tunnels are locking themselves off behind it, and also flooding the tunnels with sewage and dirty ass water.
You kind of jumped ahead there, buddy.
No, I didn't know, because as soon as it takes off, you start seeing it close off and the stuff start to flood.
Yeah, no, but you didn't even say that he got on the train.
Dude, man got fucking drugged by the train. Motherfucker's gonna get on the train. Also, the voice line plays once he's actually on it. So
it plays before he gets on it. He's kind of trailing through, and then he gets on the train. It repeats the same message twice in his ear. And you would have thought that would have triggered, like, hey, maybe this isn't Akane, but because it literally repeated the same line twice, and it was like, hey man, it's a old abandoned train station, and then hearing it twice in succession, you would have thought that he would have been like, something's a little wonky with this, but he jumps on the train. Then we get in. Go ahead.
But as it's going on, like I said, as it goes forward, the tunnels lock behind it and start to flood. Meaning, oh man, whatever's going on here is definitely not accidental. It's very intentional. It's very intentional.
Very intentional.
Meanwhile, Akane's chilling up. Fucking Gino and crew show up, and they're looking at, oh shit, the map info is actually outdated because it was a newer version of the map after renovations.
Yeah, the Wolfgang is after Amadeus.
Yeah, man. Oh man,
dude. See, I didn't even use Mozart. That was how clever that was.
Fucking Gino is big pissed. He's like, oh man, I bet Kogami set this up. That he's trying to run or do some other shit. He's scheming. I don't like that boy. He's scheming.
But it clicks over to from them trying to do their stuff to Kogami again, and he found her friend who sent her the email, Becky, aka
or as Yuki, as her name is actually Yuki.
He found her being held hostage on the train, and she does not remember shit. This bitch got kidnapped and drugged and maybe raped. Who knows?
I listen. These people are very classy.
She definitely did not, especially if Makishima was like over the damn thing. But damn it, I'm sorry.
Maybe if it was the corpse muster from a few episodes ago, maybe her, but not this crew of baddies.
But he finally gets everything clicked together. The shoe is on the other foot. And he's the one they're after, not Akane. So...
yeah, I like how he pieces that together. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I think they're actually after me.
Yeah, because they use this as bait in order to get me to come down here, because there's no way an inspector would go down here.
Yeah.
So they sent the enforcer that she trusts the most, which is me, because I'm hot and I'm a cool guy.
Yeah, I got that big spike energy sometimes. Especially in this episode when his tie is all fucking crooked.
Fucking Spike. Oh man.
Yeah. Um, but this is where we find out, oh shit, oh the Akane voice line, that shit's fake. That shit was deep faked.
Yeah, it is. But
Um,
so the train finally stops, and they get off the train, and they're basically being led by traps. And Kogami's just like, yeah, this is definitely a trap. I hate to just follow through, but we got to do this shit. Right as he says that, Robo Bitch shows up.
Yo man, Robo Dog, it's me. Have you seen fucking K9? Bitch.
Have you ever seen Pet Cemetery, fucker?
Say Pet Cemetery, it's like that, but robots.
This is the HAL update, bitch.
HAL update. Oh man. But so he chases them in, Kogami opens the door, locks it, and then they enter into the super dark, dingy ass labyrinth.
And let the games begin, son.
Hell yeah. They pass through, they're given a little backpack. They got glow sticks.
Yeah, man.
Kogami rather cleverly uses it as to basically leave breadcrumbs.
Yeah, so it's basically just a bread trail, which I think it was meant to be used as a bread trail.
Yeah.
Because it was just laid out there for him with glow sticks. Of course, he's going to leave a trail with it.
Yeah, he unfortunately finds out how Akane talks about him.
Yeah, so Kagami is talking about... I think it's funny because Kogami starts talking really highly about Akane to the girl, and then all of a sudden he finds out what Akane really thinks about him.
It's like, oh,
is that how she treats me? Is that how she speaks of me?
I'm not really surprised, but a man could dream. Let's see.
He's secretly like, I'm gonna get up in that one day. And then she's gonna be surprised.
And here is one of the many moments where Kogami's brain starts to work. And I love it when his brain starts to work because he starts to slowly piece things together.
Yeah, dude, it's like an L fucking moment, dude.
Yeah, so he sees, these traps are rather old fashioned, not and they're not really being set for like efficiency. This is like he's basically profiling the person who set this entire thing up,
right?
As he's going along.
He's just like, this dude's like really old. This guy's an old fucker, is what this guy is. He really enjoys the hunt, and he's definitely laying these out for me to see them on purpose, so I can be led a different way. And so to speak, here pops out another fucking like Indiana Jones backpack sitting on a pedestal.
Man. So she's like, "Hey, that's similar to the glow stick backpack."
This
hell yeah,
dumb bitch.
Becky runs out and grabs that shit and immediately alerts one of the hounds.
Anybody in the right fucking mind would sit there and look at that on a pedestal with a fucking highlighted torch over above it, or a fucking headlight, or whatever the fuck it's called, over it, and think, "Oh, that's a trap. I'm not gonna fucking touch that backpack. I'm not stupid." But no, dumb bitch is like, "Oh, look, a backpack. I gotta get that Prada bag, bitch." Backpack. Prada bag.
Oh no, Dora, you led me astray.
Hey man, it just might have had some of that cute nail polish she wanted.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Hey,
foreshadowing.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
So the dogs start to close in, and we find out, oh shit, so Senguji's also near. But not only that, he's got the fucking goggles on that are tied to the vision of the dogs.
Yeah, man. And
so
it not only ties it to the dogs, he also has night vision.
Yeah.
With the goggles. It's fucking cool, man.
And so he starts fucking blasting. They're nearly just dodge inches away from getting fucking shells, like a fucking back full of fucking shells.
Right, it's just a back full of buckshots. What it is,
yeah,
it's like,
dude.
They slipped away from death just barely, and they're sitting below the thing, and this bitch is just like, this bitch is slowing him down. He's just like, okay, give me that bag you picked up, you dumb idiot, and let me see what's in it.
Man, inside it's damn radio. However, Senguji's got has a very peculiar sense of humor because it's missing both the battery and the antenna.
Dude, yeah.
So you can call for help, but man, you're gonna have to work for that shit.
Yeah. So he looks at it and he's like, this would be beneficial if it had a fucking battery and an antenna. So he figures out that this starts turning into a test of grit almost.
Yeah,
and he's just like, okay, so this is a way of making me think that I actually have a chance.
Yeah,
and that I can actually win this altercation.
It's good old fox season.
Right. Fox season. Duck season.
If only it was Wabbit season, then he wouldn't have to worry.
Yeah, but it's fox season.
It's fox season and they're the foxes.
But Kogami immediately takes action. This is so fucking sick. He takes out Robo Bitch fast as fuck. This man's fast as fuck. He goes and he's running away from the dog. He dashes away from the dog, fucks with it pathing, makes the dog ram into the goddamn wall. His fucking back feet scorpion to its head.
Yeah, dude.
Kogami is just shifting in and out of fucking lanes, just barely dodging buckshot to the face. And then he ends up bashing into the hunter. This was crazy scene. This is why I'm going in so much detail. But as he does this, and the dog kind of comes after him, and he flips the dog over, he realizes that the battery for the transponder that they found is attached to the goddamn dog. He's just like,
it is.
He's like, that's the fucking battery. Oh shit. So he lures the dog away. And this was so cool. Bopsto just covered.
He gives, first of all, he gives it like one hell of a fucking whack with his stun baton.
Yeah, he does.
He actually gets it like jammed up in it.
Yeah, dude. It's... Whew.
And then he basically leads it into a fucking trap.
Oh, man. And so the spike trap from earlier that we saw from the ceiling... or earlier that we talked about. I know you guys didn't see it, but you should because it's amazing. It's an amazing anime.
It's a good anime. Hey, go see Psychopaths.
Go see it. We're gonna keep plugging it till you do, and it's just, we're not getting anything from it. It's just really fucking good. Go watch it. It's insane. It's incredibly insane. The spike trap falls on top of the dog, taking out its lower section of legs and back, and leaves just enough for the battery to stay safe. So he grabs the battery and he takes the fuck off, and he regroups back with Becky. And this is where this is where we get the Makishima scene. And this was so cool. So the hunter is just like, you know what? I think you kind of stacked the odds against me, didn't you, Makishima?
Yeah, you didn't quite tell me everything there was to know about this guy, did you? He's like, well, you know how it be.
You know what? I could have told you, but it's more fun this way, you dumb bitch.
I feel like that's the thrill you're just waiting for. Yeah, you're just looking for.
And Makishima basically tells him, he's just like, well, we can't just let you have all the fun now, can we? So Makishima puts the battery in, and he's just like, okay, now all we need is the fucking antenna. And
so can we just talk about for a sec that, hey, you got the radio, the fucking battery's attached to one of the fucking kill dogs.
Dude, it's
that hardly anybody other than someone like Kogami would be able to take out.
Right. Makishima is a genius.
I feel like the radio thing was probably Senguji's.
No, that wasn't Shinguji's. That was definitely Makishima, because Shinguji didn't even know it was on him, because he noticed that he wasn't getting targeted. Like, he noticed that Makishima was, or not Makishima, but Kogami was going after the dog. And then that's where he kind of clicked, like, oh, Makishima's behind this shit. Yeah. He set some shit up without me knowing about it. This is what. So, like I said, Makishima is a goddamn menace, dude. He's testing Kogami's grit.
He's testing both at this point. He's testing both Kogami and Senguji at the same time.
Right. He's testing what fear will do to a man in stressful situations. And that's straight out of the mouth of Makishima. So
here we get here's like the scene where Kogami sort of figures out why they would use Yuki as bait. So like, okay, well, if they're trying to lure Akane down, then it doesn't make says that, oh, okay, they use you to lure, why do they use you to lure me down? And like, oh, they perceived the fact that Akane would send Kogami down, or Kogami would offer to go down, and that her being there with him would be a hindrance on him because otherwise he'd be able to just escape or focus on himself.
Right, and right on
And
the nose, bingo, bitch, ding, ding, ding,
yeah,
ding, ding.
and then he's like, let's see, and he's trying to figure out everything. And he also is like, hey, don't you normally wear like matching underwear with your bra when you go to bed?
No, he tells her to fucking strip.
He tells her to strip. Yeah, first he's like, hey, strip.
Ko
like,
adapted and
fuck?
overcame, and he is a lady killer, bro.
Yeah, she's like, oh, what the fuck? Okay, whatever.
Like, dude,
And then
whatever,
like,
bro.
It's like, well, hey, don't you usually wear matching underwear? It's like, oh, because her bra is different than her panties.
Yeah.
And so she takes off the bra, and then oh yeah, that's where the fucking antenna was.
The antenna was okay. Let's just talk about how goddamn smart this was. Okay, so the wire in the bra was taken out. Then they attached the antenna, cut the wire of the bra in half, attached the wire to the antenna, and then put it back inside of the wall, like the bra's like wire well. I guess that's what it's called. That's just what I'm gonna call it, a wire well. And,
a wire well.
and dude, that was so insane. So he finds the antenna. He's got the battery. Boom! It's fucking game time. It swaps us back over to the Wolf Squad, and essentially they're not putting. Gino is putting Kogami on the hot plate because he thinks that he's escaping. And oh man.
He's just like, okay, you find him, fucking shoot him on sight. Just take that fucker out.
Take him out.
I'm done with this fucking bullshit. And they're just like, oh, what? Come on, man. Even fucking Masaoka, like, fucking manhandles him.
Well, no, that wasn't the reason he manhandled him.
Well, I know, but, like, Akane is becoming distressed over it. And because of that, fucking...
No, hang on. Gino, let's just talk it out for a second.
Yeah.
Gino said that he could be escaping, and that's why he said shoot him on sight. And then he started telling Akane, like, and Akane's just like, what, you want to just risk shooting him? He used to be your friend. And he's just like, yeah, he used to be my friend. And how does it feel not having control over your dogs? And how about we talk about how you can't control him, and he got himself into this mess, and now I'm forced to make this decision. You dumb bitch.
And then Masaoka fucking manhandles his ass.
Dude, Masaoka is not playing around.
And dude immediately gets fucking put in his place. He fucking shuts his ass off away.
Dude, the inspector gets fucking checked, bro. He's just dude. Like... So I guess he found out who they like more. And then we get this custom outro. Oh my god! Because all of a sudden, Kogami gets his message through right as they're talking all this out.
Can we talk about how the phones, how the fucking sound of the radio tuning in gave me slight like Signalis flashbacks.
Dude,
the way that the sound of like a call receiving sounds like some shit from Signalis, and
it's
I'm
like that. It's just like the radio, like that you have to access in order to like shut those stupid monsters up in Signalis. You know which one I'm talking about? Like you have to find
I do. Yeah,
a specific frequency to figure out which one's the real one. That's kind of like what I was thinking too.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, we just got a custom outro of him sending out a dispatch of the location that he's in, and then they're sending all of the drones out, not just one, all of them.
Yeah, send that shit out. Find his ass.
Get one of those drones to find him, and it's basically drones with dominators inside of them.
Yeah,
and they're shoving them through, and then that's where the episode ends.
Now we get
Holy
to
shit, man. Oh,
yeah,
man.
man. It was a really good episode.
Dude, and
But
it
not
even
as
fucking
good as
yeah, it fucking
episode 11.
it continues, baby. The chase continues. Who will win? The hunter or the fox? And we get this cool ass fucking transition of Akane and them traveling through the damn sewage pipes trying to find the exact location, and she throws her coat off and the coat drops to the ground. It transitions into the fucking intro.
Yeah, dude, that show was fucking sick.
Such a smooth transition. It kind of reminded me of the transition of dang it, it was the last one that we covered. It was in Chainsaw Man. It was a really awesome fucking transition.
I'm trying to remember. I can't quite remember. But
Either way,
but it was a smooth ass transition
it
into
was
the opening.
Fucking fantastic.
So, basically, we got Masaoka and Akane are rushing in, and then everybody else, Agino, Yayo, and Kagari, are going to basically sort of look around the outside area of the tunnels as they press in.
Yeah.
We get back over to fucking Senguji and Kogami, and he's blasting. So, you know what, man? I'm fucking tired of this hide and seek bullshit. But all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, in comes a fucking drone just Tokyo drifting. and it locks on the fucking Kogami immediately.
It's crazy. So it decks the hunter. Just fucking runs him over. And then heads straight into going to where Kogami is. So the hunter sticks his dogs on it. And the dog knocks it over, and Kogami sees it. And Kogami rushes over to the fucking drone. He takes the Dominator out. Can we just talk about how crazy that the gun looked? When he set this thing to kill mode to kill this fucking hunting dog?
Yeah, dude. It looked like a mini, Kamehameha blast.
Sick ass decimation. And I'm not even talking about, the beam that come out of it.
Yeah, just the way the fucking dog just blows up after
I'm talking about the gun transformation.
Yeah.
It goes in more depth than we've seen in the other episode. I don't know if you noticed that, but it kind of reminded me of that fucking, jaw of the shark. You know what I'm talking about? Like that really wide-gaped jaw shark. I can't remember the name of the exact shark, but...
basking shark?
Maybe. It's just got this really big jaw that opens up really, really wide. But
I think it might be basking shark.
It might be, but that's what the gun looked like, essentially.
Yeah.
It just broke out into, segments, into this weird gaping abyss pit that shot this laser out. I thought that looked so cool. I had to discuss it.
I think we've seen it a little bit like that with whenever they're facing off against the drones.
See, I thought that too, but
because I think the Dominator has two separate modes for both organic targets and inorganic targets. Because usually whenever it shoots a regular target, it's an execute mode, but this one was in it's a deconstruction mode.
No, decimation mode.
Decimation mode.
And that dude, it looked. It disintegrated this fucking dog. There was two metal bits left. It just melted it into nothingness. It evaporated. Oh my god, it was so cool. It was just so cool.
Meanwhile, Senguji's fucking chilling. He's walking. Lakshmi calls us listen, the police are on your case. Soon they'll be there. You better act quickly because as soon as they come in, it's gonna be game over, and this shit's not gonna be a game anymore, dude.
Hold on.
And this
you forgot about him getting shot in the shoulder. Before that happens, as he's decimating the fucking dog, the hunter walks in and shoots Kogami in the shoulder with the shotgun.
But I thought that happened after their little exchange, or did Kogami get shot twice?
He gets shot in the shoulder, backs up behind a thing, and then he follows the blood trail, but he'd done disappeared by then. And then that's when Makishima's just like, that's when it transitioned over to the transmitter getting destroyed, and then it gets into this like just basically the hunter living out his old days in his head as Johnny Law is hot on his trail.
So he talks about, so there's this time I was a construction worker. I provided infrastructure at in like third developing countries. And he was basically talking about there's this one time a bunch of guerrilla troops stormed his crew.
Guerrilla troops are basically just this army of like tech.
It's like, yeah, well, they're just like private, armies, because since it's a developing country, more likely there's some sort of conflict going on.
So when we say private armies, we basically mean mercenaries in a sense.
It's like militia.
Yeah,
it's like a militia groups. But they got attacked, and the way he describes it is basically there's a fucking like massacre, and of all things, he felt a thrill. He felt alive.
And this was back before he became a robot.
Yeah, it's a moment he actually looks back fondly on because it made his blood burn in a very specific way, and he never felt anything like this until this moment, like that again until this moment.
Right.
And he's like, "Fuck it, you know what? He's no longer a hound. He's a fucking. I'm facing him on as a man.
Yeah,
we're gonna duel this shit out.
We're gonna duel this shit out." It's exactly what he said. Holy shit!
Yeah, and so the fucking chase begins. Kogami comes in. He gets himself a good shot in the arm. However, they fucking Senguji matches his shot and shoots Kogami in the leg. Mm-hmm. So Kogami's got 2 wounds in him now.
Yeah, he's just fucked.
but Senguji is down an arm.
But never bring a gun to a goddamn Dominator fight. That's all I'm gonna say. Man. Oh man, because
I got
this gets.
I got a little note here, for what's going on here. So I say Odajoy rolls in as Senguji follows the trail of blood to the sounds of an old fond memory of carnage and terror.
That's perfect. Yeah. Like that perfectly. So basically what Bopsto means is like, so he's going across this trail trying to find Kogami, but in his head he's hearing Ode to Joy over the he's hearing that score from Ode to Joy, and also at the same time reliving the day of the guerrilla troops taking over. And oh man, it's just like this ultimate PTSD thrill, blood pumping, oil pumping. I guess
PTSD because it's not traumatic to him.
No, it's not at all.
It's the exact opposite.
Well, if you really think about it, it kind of was traumatic to him in a sense of if he's reliving it back through his head and getting like a somewhat thrill from it. I would still call that trauma, but in a positive mental way. And the only reason I say that it's a trauma is because he became a fucking murderer, for Christ's sake. He hunts humans. So if you really think about it, it is trauma.
I do also want to reel it back for a second. Talk about on the I like how with the phone call that, what do I call it? It's like a radio call that Makishima gives Senguji. It's almost as if like Makishima is like testing Senguji out. It's like testing Senguji's resolve. And is he going to try to run away like the others, or is he going to actually like see this through regardless of the consequences?
Right, he definitely is testing both of them.
Because the previous 2 people at this point, as soon as shit got hot, their first reaction was to run. Mm-hmm. But this guy, he's like, I don't give a fuck if cops come, and I don't care if I die. I'm seeing this shit through.
I'm gonna kill this man. What. And
I'm gonna kill this man.
And he's like, I feel like that's what you wanted from me from the start, didn't you? You dumb bitch. Like,
yeah.
So man, we just like Bopsto was described. We just get this ultimate scene with Ode to Joy in the background. He's slowly getting led into what he doesn't know is a trap, and oh man. Oh, this was such a cool ass trap. So he leads a trail of blood up to this set of barrels at the top of an incline. And he even knocks over a barrel. And then the hunter follows that blood trail up to look behind the barrel. He sees something moving, and to his knowledge, that's Kogami. And he gets up there and sees Becky, of all people, butt-ass naked under a coat. And at that very moment, this was so crazy. Oh man, I keep reliving it in my head. It was so good. He was sitting there staring at the girl with the gun, and he's just like, "Oh shit, I'm dead." And you could vaguely see in just a pixelated view, or just a blurry view in the background of Kogami inside of a barrel.
Yeah, dude, this dude went fucking Metal Gear Solid.
He's just laying in a barrel sideways as he's pointed sideways with his gun, side profiling, gangster mode with this Dominator, and he just looks over at Kogami last second, and Kogami blows the fucking trigger, and man, it blows the whole backside of this man's body off.
Yeah, dude.
It's leaves crazy. Nothing but the front side of his body.
And since there's like no blood involved, you just see all the metal and shit just scatter.
Yeah, it's just metal, and there's slight blood because of the brain, because he still has the brain of his old human body inside of this robotic reservoir, and the brain's gone. Obviously, but all you can see is just this robotic spine and oil, and oh my gosh, man, it was
all that's left is the front half of his body.
It was insane, dude. It was cool. Oh man, but
so Kogami is bleeding the fuck out.
He's a little worse for wear, for sure.
Makishima just comes in. Well, I know you don't really have the energy to talk right now, so I'm gonna just fucking go. Takes the fucking hunting rifle and Yuki with him.
Oh, can we talk about the time, like the little moment between that with Kogami worrying about the girl's psychopaths before he passes out? Like, so he's sitting there, and
that's throughout the entirety of these couple of episodes, is he's constantly telling her, "Hey, just calm down. Make sure you don't cloudy up your psychopaths."
Well, just at this very moment, he stops and says, "Hey, immediately get therapy. You've seen too many things that you weren't supposed to see, and I don't want you ending up like me." Hey, that rhymed. Bars. But so he's just sitting there, he's like, and then he just passes the fuck out, and then it blurs in, which is so cool because we get a POV blurry shot of Makishima coming in and handcuffing this girl and then walking off with her. Like, I would finish this off here and now, but where would be the fun in that? I'll see you next time, chump.
See you, chump. Oh man. So we cut back over to Akane. The trail's getting hotter, and as they get closer, they hear Yuki's voice.
Akane hears her friend scream, and
then they immediately find Kogami, and man, Kogami is torn the fuck up.
Oh man, this first and foremost, this scene's music and just the music over these past 2 episodes, have been insanely good. So, oh my god.
We'll skip this small scene here and just jump right into the meat. So basically, they find Kogami. He's bleeding out. Masaoka decides to patch him up. Akane's supposed to be there with them, but Kogami's like, he took Yuki. Fucking go
that way. Go.
And then so she runs up, and oh man. There's also another small scene where Gino is like in awe at how somebody would fucking construct a huge ass labyrinth to hunt people in.
Also, we get the epic headbutt of fucking wisdom.
Dr. Masaoka prescribes Kogami a medically induced headbutt.
I love the pain that he's in, just hovering over,
dude.
Like, shit.
Well, listen, that dude's about to fucking start leaving.
You fucking hard-headed bastard.
He also gives chase because Gino and crew come there. He's like, dude, just make sure Kogami doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
And so
Oh
Akane
my
goes in.
god, dude.
This is
This scene's
scene. It's
crazy.
basically there are these catwalks because it's like a silo almost that they're in.
Well,
And
it's more or less like a
yeah,
have you ever seen those nuclear like outlets?
yeah. It's like one of those. And so basically, on as she's running through on the top catwalk, oh shit, she sees Makishima with Yuki.
Mm.
And what happens? She points her Dominator at him. But what's going on, man?
Oh man, nothing. This man has at this point
It's 72 at
it's
this point,
72 at the crime coefficient, which is
which isn't even.
which is 30 underneath the
Yeah,
coefficient for shooting or becoming a latent criminal. All right.
yeah,
So this man has led people to murder and now is steadily talking. And he
yeah.
says, okay, since you can't shoot me, here, have this gun.
Uh huh.
Now,
So
I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to shoot your
yeah.
friend, or I'm going to kill your friend right in front of you. What are you going to do about it?
What are you gonna do about it? I like as well before he gives her this ultimatum. First he's like, because like at first Akane is going through like as you know, he's like, you're gonna be arrested. We're gonna take you back, and you're gonna answer to the crimes you've
Dude, that
committed.
was
And he's like,
so
oh
stupid.
man, what crimes? He starts listing off all the cases they've been taking on so far, and then he gives off. This is where he gives off his MO. He enjoys watching people act on their impulses and desires and how it plays out.
I want to get
He
more
enjoys.
into that
Yeah.
after this scene because I have like
Hmm.
this whole like note about it.
Yeah.
But let's get through the
Let's.
scene and then I want to talk about that because
Okay.
oh man, that whole concept's crazy. But
Hmm.
so basically, he's sitting there and he says, I'm gonna kill your friend in front of you. Here, take this gun, shoot me. I want you to shoot me with something other than the Dominator.
Hmm.
Because the civil system is trash, obviously. I'm
Yeah.
definitely a psycho.
Hmm.
I'm sitting here threatening to murder someone. So what's going on?
Hmm.
What's my crime coefficient? And as this is going on, she tries to scan him multiple times with the Dominator.
And it's going
Steadily,
down.
incrementally going down. Oh man, I get goosebumps. I'm sitting here with goosebumps right now talking about this.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right, now, before I kill her, shoot me. So she
Yeah.
grabs the shotgun with fucking one hand. I don't quite
Mhm.
understand what the fuck's going through her head at this point.
Listen, all she's wielded at this point is a Dominator. It's probably the only gun she's wielded, so she doesn't have fucking
But at the same
knowledge
time,
on how to fucking
drop the
handle an
Dominator.
actual
It's
firearm.
obviously not working. Like,
Yeah. I feel
shoot
like it's
this
supposed to be more
bitch.
of like a metaphorical thing as well. She's like literally can't decide whether or not to either take matters into her own hands or still trust in the system.
Right, because I mean, she
This
is an
is that
inspector
too.
to the system. She's a slave to the
Hmm.
system, essentially. But he's sitting there, and
So he's like fucking
she
slicing into her back,
God,
running the razor through. I don't know if you've ever been to like a barber and they try to thin your hair out with a razor.
yeah,
It's not very comfortable.
no, it's not because it's just like it's
It's like
cutting.
tugging at your hair. It's cutting and tugging at your hair.
Yeah, and it's uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
he's sitting there doing that after he's already slashed her back. His psychopath's incrementally going down each time as he's just committing these acts of fucking crime. And she shoots the gun, misses both times. Crazy enough. Misses
Yeah.
both times, throws the gun down. Her knees are knocking because
Yeah,
she's so
dude.
fucking scared. Which
There's so much
Which
detail
is
put
really
into like
cool.
this animation of her just trembling.
I was
and-
actually finna say that too because
Yeah.
man, that was good. That was really good because I guess I would be the same way in this situation. Like my knees just would give out. I don't know. I don't think I have what it takes to just take somebody out. I guess,
Yeah.
but if need be, I think I would step up to the plate if it meant protecting the
so-
ones that I love.
After she fails, he gives Yuki a good old fashioned Sweeney Todd. Yeah, man.
Slits her fucking throat as his psychopaths
It's
hits
0.
0.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This man's a goddamn
Alrighty.
menace. So that's basically
So
the
let's
episode. He
yeah.
escapes.
Let's but yeah. So yeah, fucking Connie's fucking destroyed at this point. She's fucking down and out. I mean, you get this really cool scene. It's like snowing, and we get this cool scene of Makashi. I actually have it written down. Let's see. Oh, also, he fucking just leaves her body cuffed to the fucking grates above, and like the blood is
Oh
dripping
my
down.
god, dude. She's destroyed.
It's a very quick shot, but man, it's a really good shot of whenever they come across the body.
He really just killed this bitch right in front of her and then walked away. Smooth as shit.
So
Cool.
I got this little bit here. As the music plays, Makishima goes out into the crowd and blends in,
Dude.
waiting to tempt another fallen soul.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have the moment to talk about it.
Yeah.
So this is basically my note. I said all it takes to beat the Sybil system is to have a complete clean conscience in believing what you are doing, whatever it may be, is exactly what needs to be done.
Yeah.
This man broke the system by being completely stable in his fucking decisions. Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong.
And there will be some episodes that get more into how exactly he's able to actually manage his psychopath so well.
Okay, and then that's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that shit's fucking wild. Like the idea of, so the main bad guy for this series is one that cannot be detected as a criminal by the system,
and it's strictly because he doesn't see what he is doing is actually wrong. That's crazy.
Yeah.
By believing in actual free will, this man acts upon his actual thoughts and believes that they are correct. Whether it be murder, whether it be actually doing day-to-day activities, this man believes what he is doing is correct all of the time. So basically, you just do what you do with full confidence, and your psychopaths will never be fucking clear. Or, excuse me, it will always be clear. So, let's put this perspective into actual, like, real-time, real-life society.
Yeah.
Given the fact that the system is broken by a clear conscience, what would come if we had murderers such as Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah.
He believed what he was doing was fine.
Well, you gotta think also, Jeffrey Dahmer was also had a lot of mental issues as well. This guy is just completely, he is like, he does have like some mental issues, but not like something that'd be super, like I guess say emotional. Jeffrey Dahmer was always about, a lot of his killings were focused around like control and whatnot.
All right, so let's put
compulsion towards it. I think a better case would be someone like Ted Bundy.
Either Ted Bundy or maybe even somebody who hasn't even been caught yet, like the Zodiac.
Perhaps.
Because the Zodiac still hasn't been caught. And I mean, you can't really assume that he's like level-headed, but I mean, the guy is super fucking smart, apparently. The man sent letters to like offices claiming his next victim and shit.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, I look at the Zodiac as Makishima, and to think that that's all it takes to beat this system is mind-blowing to me. That there wasn't more things that got took into account while building the Sybil system.
Yeah, well, it's based off of psychosomatic responses, which are basically, the body's responses to specific stimuli, especially mentally. So that's based off of how a person reacts. So like a latent criminal, when they're doing something that would mark them as against the law, there's always the thought of, oh man, it's against the system. That response is sort of what the Sybil system looks for. But when you take someone who's devoid of all that, and completely is able just to clear their conscience no matter of what it is they are doing, then that's where like the system can't distinguish them from a regular person
Right.
operating in society.
It blows my mind though, dude. Like,
Hmm.
all he has to do is keep calm. It's like a lie detector test. You can get over a lie detector test by just simply believing the lie.
Yeah.
I mean, just not letting yourself become unstable from the lie that you're telling.
Hmm. One thing I did want to mention as well is that he says as this whole entire thing was going on, he mentions, the only ones who can actually kill him are the fallen, and so because those are the ones that actually would be able to truly embrace their free will. So like as the fallen would be people like the enforcers or people like him
Mm-hmm.
that are out that not outcasts, well, except for enforcers, but people who can operate outside the system and decide, hey, no, I'm going to take matters into my own hand rather than just trust the system. Because with him, there's no stopping him if you just completely, trust the system.
Right. And I guess
Which is
I guess I can understand his, like, you know, understanding. And he's just, and basically his whole message is using maniacs that he knows is clouded
hmm
to throw the civil system out of the mainstream,
yeah.
so that people can actually express free will again.
hmm
And I can
It's just that,
understand that.
and it's just that in this way he manifests it through. Yeah, I'll give people the means to kill.
Right, and
Um,
it's insane. It's
and yeah,
crazy.
it's really fucking good.
Um,
His as he says also from the day he was born, his psychopath has always been clear white,
White
and it's
as
like white as snow.
pure
It's like,
pure as white, I think he said.
hmm
Um, I can't remember exactly what he said.
but it's just white. Is all you need to know. It's psychopath is fucking spotless.
Which is funny because his whole thing is just white.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's intentional. You got the you see it in Berserk, the black white hero villain dynamic
Yeah, definitely.
with like
Because
the dark.
you got.
You got,
Well, I
you got,
love the fact that it hits the same. You just brought that up. It hits the same dynamic. It's like the light is the bad guy in the situation.
Well, like the one that looks like he would like if you showed a picture of the two, the one that looks like the guy that looks like he'd be the bad guy, good guy is actually the bad guy,
Right.
and vice versa.
But to avoid any more tangents, I really
Yeah,
wanted to sit there and discuss that because, man, it
yeah,
hit me so
but
hard
yeah.
as I was sitting there listening to him talk. I was like, I've got to talk about just the aspect of the civil
Interestingly,
system.
he also refers to the civil system as an oracle, like as in like the
Yeah,
Greek sense, because he's like, either you can take matters into your own hand as a human, or listen to the words of the civil oracle.
which is kind
And
of
it's like,
cool because it reminds
hmm
me of where do you have the civil system? The civil system reminds me of the Oracle from Futurama.
yeah,
I don't know if you ever watched that episode, but it was just this. They called it the Oracle, which would basically keep things. It would tell you what crimes are about to be committed in advance, like in the future.
yeah.
And it was really cool. It was the episode where Fry became a cop, and
hmm
that's what it reminds me. That's what the civil system reminds me of.
Yeah, which that itself, both that and Psychopaths itself, probably took great inspiration from
Hmm.
books like Minority Report,
Maybe.
because that's at least where Psychopaths draws a lot of its inspiration from, is from Minority Report. More so the book, less so the movie.
Right.
Because the movie is a bit more actiony, a bit more
Yeah.
thrillery than the book.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got that same idea. It's just like that, and also Blade Runner, or at least the book that Blade Runner is based off of.
Right.
Um, but yeah.
But to move on,
But to move on,
it breaks us into an episode that
episode 12.
isn't really important to the story, other
I'm
than
trying to
lore.
remember if I'm trying to remember if it actually connects or not.
Okay, well, at
We
the
will
time,
see.
it doesn't really connect. I I just want to touch on like little aspects that I did enjoy from the episode, rather than discussing the whole episode.
So
because it's basically just lore of
so this is
Yayoi.
This is Yayoi lore. We get it's a flashback from 3 years ago, from basically how she became an enforcer. And we open up by to go to a fucking club, and you got female samurai playing.
Oh, dude, yeah.
fucking rocker boy. I guess you say at this point, rocker girl group, who espouse anti-establishment lyrics in their music.
Right.
Actually, we touch on a very interesting thing here. So there's authorized music and unauthorized music.
Right. Hey, can we pause for just a second? I really tried, but I've got to go to the bathroom. I've got to pee so bad.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second.
All right. This is why you go to the bathroom before you record. Nerd. You big phony. You big fat phony. You're a loser. A big fat loser.
Sorry about that. Whew.
It's all good.
I didn't have to go before. Thank you very much. I heard everything you said, you little bitch.
Either way, you're a nerd that needs to probably go regardless if you feel it or not. I'm just saying, that's what I did. So, yeah. So, anyways, fucking female samurai is playing. I think before we're talking, so basically, there's authorized music, which is music that's catered by the civil system, and unauthorized music. This band is an unauthorized band, and we cut over to a young Yayoi backstage who broke her nail, and basically, so what happened is she was playing with an authorized band. She likes the music of this unauthorized band, but that interest enough in unauthorized music was enough to cloud her psychopath enough to land her in isolation.
Yeah. I really like this whole backstory of Yayoi, or Yayoi, however you pronounce it. Just on the aspect of, because she joined this band, that's what made her psychopath cloudy. Yeah. Just by joining this band. Which it really makes me think, and you know, it's a bit of a touchy subject, because obviously she fell for the girl, you know, on an emotional level. And when I say that, I mean on a relationship scale, which means that she liked the girl. Okay, so in the civil system, it makes me wonder if they keep into account, or if they objectify, or not objectify, that's the wrong word, but take into the account of, you know, like people being bisexual, or just people's sexuality, or just in general.
I don't know, because Psychopaths doesn't touch on that much.
Well, for obvious
if at all, it's more so focused on a person's like interest or things. So for this, it'd be more so
you said interest.
No. I'm talking about like artistic interests or obsessions.
Maybe.
So for Yayoi, like the psychopath clouding is more so for her interest in unauthorized music.
I see where you're going for, but I don't know. At the same time,
that might be
with her not being able to be healed from it, it really makes me think if, you know, if it hits that aspect a lot, like, you know, it's not discussed. It's not talked about. It's just something I thought about while watching the episode.
Maybe. I don't know. There might be some implications, but I'm more so of like, if it's not like much more obvious than a possible speculation, then it's just, it might be, it might not be.
And just for anybody, you know, listening, I'm totally cool with that. It's just something I wanted to talk about.
No, I know you secretly hate it.
Oh, sure.
I'm all. It's all Gucci, but so she wakes up in fucking isolation. The shit's fucking shitty here. Like, you got this false, like, positive message playing. I was like, you guys are so close to just keep working on clearing up your psychopaths. Meanwhile, you got fucking people like bashing their heads in the walls.
Right,
You got
dude.
one guy who's got the fucking spiral fever.
Yeah, man. He's getting like
You
everything's just
better,
getting fucked up.
yeah,
And
man.
Yayoi's the only one in the scene that looks just remotely um sensible, which brings us into why Gino wanted to use her as an enforcer. Um
Mm-hmm.
so after constant refusal, they bring in Kogami. And Kogami hits a few hot spots, and we can cover a
Mm-hmm.
couple scenes in this one scene. Kogami gets brought in, which at this point in the time, he is an actual inspector. And it also brings us back into the picture of his old enforcer partner. I can't remember his name, and I'm not even going to attempt.
I think it was Sasayama. I'm not so sure.
I'm going to leave it to
But
you and
anyways,
hope that you're right.
he's
But
he's got sideburns. He's got that like Lupin the Third haircut.
yeah, it's just shows a little bit of him, not really anything deep. It just shows him in this little backstory of Yayoi. But constant refusal from Gino. He comes in, and then Kogami is just like, "Hey, just join us. Just come on. We just got a couple questions. I know you were in the. I know you were seen. I know you were into the whole crowd, the vision. You know, man. Like just come on." And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
you just want a dog that sniffs out your prey, don't you? He's like, yeah, I definitely want that, and I know that you want freedom, and I know that you really
Mm-hmm.
want to play guitars. He's like, how do you
Yeah,
know that?
he fucking slaps. He's like, you've ordered these fucking guitar strings like 23 times, and immediately he just fucking slams the fucking guitar strings on the screen. He's like, yo, bitch, you get to play guitar if you come with us. That's the type of freedom you get. And then she's like, well, shit, because like previously, so basically, the people within these cells are allowed some form of commissary.
Yeah,
However, her guitar strings kept getting fucking denied.
which
Probably
can
which,
be understood in this type of facility.
yeah, considering music was the thing that caused her psychopaths to go cloudy, having the thing that caused it to go cloudy probably caused it to drop more.
Or even the fact that
Um,
she can use it to actually choke herself and commit suicide.
yeah, that
But
too.
if that was the actual thing, they wouldn't have approved her carrying her guitar in the first
Hmm.
place. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, you
there's
probably got
more.
something more with the self harm thing. But yeah, so I'm trying to think. But after she saw that, she's like, you know what? Okay, fuck it. I'll help you guys out. So basically, I believe, I don't know if you already touched on this. So basically, there's been some attacks on scanners within this area
Yeah,
of where there's basically a bunch of clubs. And yeah, you're always basically telling them, yo, so here are the clubs that are the closest to these sensors. I like that these surrounding areas on like the screen gives off like I guess it's like the average psychopath readings for that area on any given day,
oh yeah,
which is pretty
dude.
neat.
That is really
It's
cool.
a very small, minute detail, but it was really awesome.
But Yayoi kind of joins in. She kind of discusses her little knowledge on clubs and stuff, and it jumps us into the actual splitting up of people covering the actual clubs. So you got people in one club while another group goes into another club, and she's sitting in the van, just feeding information dressed in her civilian clothes. And this scene was actually kind of cool for me. So Kogami gives her a Dominator and says, "Here, I've given you access to this Dominator, which is basically the eyes of the Sybil system. Basically, I'm just giving you this for protection while on the field, but I need you to go do your work." And at the same time, we get a little transmission from the other enforcer, which was the one that Kogami has been trying to revenge this entire series. And mainly touched on this because we get this really cool like transmission audio effect and then bounced back into the actual club audio, and you can hear the club's music in the radio transmission.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty cool.
I thought that was just insanely good to me. Like it hit me so good that I had to make a note about it.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, they all split up, and this guy found some suspects with a bag, and doesn't really know what's in the bag. But he just grabs the bag from these guys, and he's just like, "Oh, what's up, guys? What's in this bag? You mind if I take a peek? Oh, it's a bomb, isn't it?"
Shit, man. You guys don't fucking cover your tracks too well. I was hoping there's some food, man.
Dude just starts getting all over the
Yeah,
place.
dude, fucking no,
no
no
hesitation, dude.
hesitation. Pulls that trigger immediately. And it causes a big ruckus, and he's like, "Oh shit, okay, time to fucking spring into action."
Oh yeah, it was something. It was he just points the gun at him and says, "Oh, by the way, I'm an enforcer." Kablam! Just blows his fucking head off.
Man, who needs subtlety?
Oh man, it was good. It was really good.
One of the guys immediately takes a fucking hostage. Shit's on fire as well. It's like shit hit the fan. Shit went from 1 to 100 very quickly.
Very quickly, dude. And so we just get this scene where everybody's just panicking going through the sewers, and we get this scene of Yayoi jumping over the into this like little pipe. I guess it's train track. I guess it's underground railroad, not a sewer.
It's some kind of like connecting underground area to the club.
Either way, I don't know if it was sewage or just a train underpass, like an underground subway. But either way, she ends up bumping into her old fling, which was, I can't remember her fucking name.
I think Reina. I think she said.
I think it was Reina. It was.
Yeah. Is it either Reina or Rena? I think it was Reina though.
I think it was Reina. But essentially, she's sitting there talking to Reina, and Reina comes up, gives her a hug, and Yayoi ends up telling her that she's with the cops now, and that just brings in a whole new bag of fucking shit because she was the one who was over the bombing.
Yeah, man. Her buddies show up with Molotovs at the wrong times. They go, well, "What's that?"
Oh, nothing. Just go ahead.
Oh, nothing. Just go ahead. Just go on.
And
you're done here.
We just get this monologue from her talking about how the civil system is nothing but basically the same vision that Makishima has about the civil system. And Yayoi is just like, "Look, I just want to rock out on stage. That's what gave me the vision.
I just want to vibe." She's like, "Ah, oh, come on, man. Don't be so fucking stupid.
Don't be so gullible. Like, have better visions."
She's trying to go and trying to live that fucking Silverhand life.
She really is.
And fucking Yayoi is just like, I just want to fucking vibe.
Dude, it's crazy. And then Yayoi's just like, "I can't let you escape." So she pulls out this fucking Dominator, and she's like, "This is a Dominator. And it's the eyes of the civil system."
Mm-hmm.
I thought that line was so unneeded. But it was so funny to me. It was like a very cringe moment for me listening to it.
Yeah.
Not bad, just kind of cringy.
Just kind of, yeah.
But essentially, she just, oh man, Yayoi is sitting there telling her to stop, and the bitch is just like, "Ah, nah, fuck you, I'm leaving." And she just dips. And Yayoi actually tries to pull the trigger, but it isn't authorized to her because Kogami's a dickhead and didn't authorize it to her.
Well, I mean, it was more so just a test to see if she had the capability to actually pull the trigger.
And she did. She pulled it four times.
In that case, she had, and each time it fucking notifies the system. It was like, "Hey, a unauthorized and a person tried to use the fucking Dominator unauthorized."
Yeah, it was, it was crazy, and so
dude, we forgot to talk about the dude getting fucking blown the fuck up.
Who are we talking about?
You know, when the girl was being held hostage.
We totally did.
That particular explosion was like particularly fucking brutal with like the spinal cord still sticking out.
I wouldn't say that it's any different from the other ones, but
Oh,
it was crazy because like you just had this like side profile what do you call them, silhouettes of the body. You can see the spine
yeah.
sticking out of the ass essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked really cool. It was a really cool looking
I
scene.
think you mentioned you wanted to talk about
I
what
did.
fucking dominators do to people on like a molecular level to
um
cause that shit.
Dude, so I don't know, man. I don't.
I I think it just fucking cooks you from the inside like a microwave because like it looks like
You
the way
kind of
they
have a
swell,
point.
like the way they swell and blow up is like if something being stuck in a microwave.
I had two different theories about it. One being that it over temperatures your blood, causing it to boil and bubble and causing your body to expand and bubble and explode. Okay, that was my first
Probably.
one. Now, the second one was that they added a basic like anticoagulant that causes the blood to not just not boil, but I don't like grow at an exponential
Yeah.
rate. So it's something that causes your blood cells to increase in size at an exponential rate, causing your body to bubble up and then explode because your body obviously can't handle the size of the blood cells, or even increase the amount of blood cells and multiply them, causing your body to swell up and explode. So there's multiple theories behind what could actually cause it, but I just kind of wanted to put it out there, and
Yeah.
also wanted to lead it up to an event to where, if you guys are actually listening to this, give us your thoughts on what the
Yeah.
Dominator can actually do.
How do you think it affects the how do you think the Dominator affects like a human body on
Like
like
if you
a
really
on
just
whatever
had to
level?
like if you just had to think about it scientifically, where you don't really have to. It's an anime, obviously. Anything can happen. But if it broke it down to a scientific situation
Hmm.
or theory, like give it to us. I would love to hear this because
Yeah, I'd
man,
love
this
to
would be
hear it.
cool. I would give a whole episode just discussing the theories and like talking about like people's comments and stuff. If you guys just threw it out there, it would be really
Yeah,
cool.
it'd be really
Um,
good. Um, Other than that, that's this episode basically. The
yeah,
Yayoi lore.
she
It's not
joins.
as meaty as the other two were, so the discussion's a little lighter for this one.
Well, it's just essentially just a lore heavy episode,
Yeah,
and
and it's like a minor investigation that
right, it
progresses. It's really straightforward. It's not a whole lot of
all
moving
we can say, if,
pieces.
if if it did sound interesting, just go watch it.
Yeah,
It was
the
episode
12.
12 out of the series. But we do recommend you watching the whole thing because the whole thing's amazing. Um, but I'm pretty sure that I've gotten everything that I wanted to say about the series out so far. Obviously, it is absolutely incredible.
Hmm.
Those first two episodes really, really had. I didn't know they were gonna hit the hunt so quickly.
Yeah.
Talking about it from previous episodes from before this, like in the past episodes that we covered, I didn't think it would hit it so quickly. I thought there would be like a whole prep into like this like ending point to a series, but no, it hit it quick, dude.
It just yeah, and then
Um,
you got all the shit with Makashima.
yeah, it was
It's just
insane. It was like really good few episodes, and
yeah.
I enjoyed it. Entirely enjoyed it. Well, what about you, Bopsto? You got anything to add?
No, no, it's just but same. This is a rewatch for me, and it's just as good as I remember. Wasn't expecting the Makashima scene to be so. Or I thought it was a bit later, but it makes sense because this is around the halfway point of the series. Because this had that actually that would be at the exact halfway point of the series because that's episode 11. This is a 22 episode series for the first season,
Yeah,
so that would be the halfway point. Um,
but
but yeah, it's
given
still
all
really
that,
good. I highly recommend it if you've not watched it. If you
oh,
like
dude,
the more thought-provoking philosophical series, definitely fucking watch Psychopaths.
yeah, because definitely
Um,
this gets you thinking. It gets you thinking about a
yeah,
bunch of
it does.
different things.
It gets that noggin jogging.
It
It does.
That was a good. That was a good line. That was a good one.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
gets that noggin jogging. I have to use that. That's pretty good.
So, I guess I'll wrap it up. Again, if you like this video, just give us a little like, comment, subscribe, and I'm Bopsto fuck. I'm Bopsto the Oda Weeb.
And I'm Red, the bald-headed wonder.
You just got done watching the Anime Boys.
The Anime
Hey,
Boys.
boys.
See
See
ya.
ya.